Hi there, there's 7 important steps when you plant tube stock. So let's get into it to help you plant successfully. Okay, so the first step is to dig the hole, and this can be done using a few different tools. Today, I've just got a mattock. So what I'm going to do is just move the mulch aside, any surface cover, and then make sure that I'm creating a deep enough hole. There's a few roots in here, we'll get through them, and a wide enough area. Okay. Second step is to make sure that your tube stock mixture is fully saturated with water, and the best way to do that is to soak it in a bucket, and you'll see with this one the air bubbles bubbling out of it. You can leave it in for up to half an hour just to make sure that all those bubbles have come out and that tube stock is fully saturated. And you can add a little bit of sea salt as well to help with that plant getting a good start. Okay, the third step is a neat little trick. Sometimes the plants become root bound and they press up hard against the tube, the outer plastic of the tube. So a neat little trick is just to grab a trowel or something like that and just tap, tap, tap on the top, and it comes out really easily. So the fourth step is we've got our tube stock, the plant, out of the tube, but we can see that there's been a lot of root growth in the tube. So what we want to do is just gently tease some of these roots out. It'll just help them start moving into the soil. Sometimes at the bottom you'll have a lot of other roots. You can just gently tease those out as well. So, okay, step 5, we're actually going to plant this tube stock now, and it's really important that we actually plant it into enough soil, and it's really important that we get a good coverage of soil over the top. So in our hole, I've dug down far enough, and you see how that plant and the soil goes right down below the level. Doesn't matter if it covers some of the stem, it's better if it does, and that's really, really important. And then just press it down hard, and you've got a good covering of soil over that potting mix. Super important. So the second to last step is step number 6, and that's to create a bowl around the plant to trap the extra moisture that's coming off the slope from uphill, and also the rain and any other water that's coming in via your watering can or whatever else. So what we want to do is ensure that this uphill side doesn't have anything that's going to push the water to either side, and then we just create this mound or lip on the downhill side, so we've got a good size area to trap the water. Rightio, step 7, lucky last. We're going to saturate the soil around the planted seedling, and we're going to do that for the same reason that we saturated the tube stock. That's to get the air pockets out. So what we're going to do is just give it a good dose of water. The bowl's working well, and this will mean that when those little roots poke out into the soil, they're going to poke out into moist soil, not dry soil. And the other reason we do this is because if the soil around the tube stock is dry and you put a wet seedling in, that moisture is going to be sucked out of that seedling, and that seedling won't do so well. So this is critically important, and the seedling should get off to a really good start.